I'm tired. Are y'all tired? Because I'm tired of the system that America has created to keep us going, 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 buying, buying, buying. And it's never enough at work. It's like, do this so you can get this rating. It's never enough. You go out here and try to date, try to be a good person in the world. People don't appreciate that. It's never enough. Bills come back to back. You just paid them, they're coming again. It's never enough. Like, I am so fed up with this system that America has just locked us in, that we are not experiencing life. Like, it's so much life out there, so much going on that we have not experienced because we live here. And I'm tired of feeling like this. Like, I want to get up every day, enjoy the day for me, do whatever I please, and enjoy the day. And it's just like, it'll never happen. I get 2 days out of the week to have for myself. Like, I'm tired.
You don't have to die in America. Come live in Africa.
We've been talking about going back home to Africa, Ake Bulan, for years now. And I'm going to manifest this dream. My dream is to come home and live home. When I go back home, I'm staying there. And that's a wrap.
Wagwan. I hope you are doing great. The video I'm going to do today is about Black Americans. A message from your Ethiopian brother. I am Kenyan, but the video I'm going to play for you that I'm going to react into is from an Ethiopian brother. He has a message to Black Americans. I came across this video and I was like, wow, my friends from America need to hear this. And not only Black Americans, but Caribbeans too, or anyone who consider or who think that he has a blood in Africa. That's the video I'm going to play for you today. Because Africans, our brothers and sisters from the continent right now, are telling Black Americans it's time to come home. The reason that why is because we are seeing what's happening, and we are seeing and we know what had transpired back then, and we need to come together. We need you. I may say you need us too, but from my perspective, we need you too. I want to play this video for an Ethiopian guy. Listen to him. Don't judge, because he is talking about his own, how he thinks. And after that, I'm going to play my commentary, because I have listened to that video and I loved what he talked. And I know I have what to say about this, because I've been preaching this. What I don't want to see is Africans fighting Black Americans, calling them names, things like no culture, things like slavery, things like they are not like us. No, that's one thing I don't want to hear. What I want to hear, and mostly on my channel, I'm preaching about the unity. I'm preaching about the coming home. I'm preaching about goodness of Black people around the world. Watch this clip. After watching that clip, we come back here. We try to unpack what is inside this box.
Black America. Ethiopian here with a message for you. This is going to be about as important of a message as any, and I hope that you lend me an ear. I understand that we have our differences. I understand the grievances that we have as a people from Africa and a people in America. I want to ask you to look past that for 1 second and just hear me out. Right off the bat, I want to acknowledge one thing. For those of you who consider yourself indigenous to America, I want you to know that I respect you. I respect your heritage, your history, and your claim. And I also understand that you will never leave America. You would rather fight and die for this land, and that is commendable, and it is your prerogative. My message to all of you melanated people, my people, is this. Consider a mass exodus to Africa. Hear me out. Before you skip the video, just lend me an ear. Allow me to explain. In this country, For over 600 years, you have been held captive in your own land by a people who refuse to acknowledge your humanity, a people who refuse to accept you as equals. While today they hold $138 trillion in net worth, you have 5.9. I tell you what, though, that is still a hell of an accomplishment. With that in mind, I also understand, and you also understand, the only way to get equality and your land back in America is civil war. Because politically, it's never going to happen. Here's my thing. What if I told you the greatest way to defeat colonialism in America is not with your blood, but with your absence? What if I told you that you have an alternative to civil war? What if I told you that alternative is Africa? Hear me out. Your community is worth $5.9 trillion. If you today decided to band together under one accord as a black people in America and decided to conduct a mass exodus to Africa, let me show you what you can build for yourself with just a fraction of your wealth. Here is what 14 billion African dollars can build in Africa. Keep in mind, your net worth is 5.9 trillion USD. This is what 14 billion African dollars can build.
Just over 60 kilometers south of Nairobi, on the way to the port city of Mombasa, sits the site of Kenya's newest smart city, Konza Technopolis. The vision of the Kenyan government is to build a broader city from scratch to bring research, universities, industry, and government together. The city will be modeled after Silicon Valley in the United States, so it has been nicknamed the African Silicon Savannah. Konza Technopolis, previously called Konza Technology City, has been in development for 15 years, and it is set to position Kenya as a technology leader in Africa and globally. In 2008, plans for Konza City were first revealed as part of Kenya's Vision 2030, a government-led development program with the declared goal of transforming Kenya into a middle-income country, providing a high-quality life to all its citizens by the year 2030. Since its construction in 2019, the project has created more than 400 jobs and trained more than 100 local workers and engineers. Being developed at a cost of $14.5 billion, the city is planned to cover more than 2,000 hectares when fully finished. The project will be Kenya's future hub for business process outsourcing, software development, data centers, disaster recovery centers, call centers, and light assembly manufacturing industries. As a flagship project for Kenya's Vision 2030 for economic development, Konza is planned to be a world-class city, powered by a thriving information, communications, and technology sector and reliable infrastructure. Konza City's master plan follows a stitch framework, consisting of a mixed-use bar that runs east to west off Mombasa Highway and intersects with a series of program bands that run north to south. These bands include areas dedicated to a university, residential spaces, science and technology, and offices. The city will also host commercial buildings, hotels, entertainment centers, a science park, a convention center, shopping malls, schools, and hospitals. An important component of this sprawling technology hub is the inclusion of general and affordable housing for people working and living within the Technopolis, as well as affordable housing for students. But what truly sets Konza Technopolis apart is its commitment to sustainability. The city is not just smart, it's green. From double-glazed windows and solar panels to rainwater collection, clean sanitation, and waste management, every aspect of Konza Technopolis is designed for efficiency and eco-friendliness. The focus on green building practices and sustainable materials ensures a clean environment, efficient use of water, and reduced greenhouse gas emissions. With ample green spaces allocated, Konza Technopolis is expected to be a walkable city, one that includes high-quality public spaces, active and varied amenities, and short commute times between destinations. Moreover, Kanza Technopolis is fostering urban farming technologies to bolster food security and contribute to wildlife preservation within its expansive 1,000-acre wildlife corridor. As a smart city, Kanza will integrate a network of smart devices and sensors in the urban environment, roads, and buildings. Kanza's residents will also have direct access to the collected data, such as traffic maps, emergency warnings, and detailed information describing energy and water consumption. The availability of data will enable Kanza's residents to directly participate in the city's operations, lead more sustainable lives, and improve general inclusion. Shifting our focus to the city's construction, it is being built in stages to accommodate the growing population of 200,000 people. The project's first brick was laid in 2013. In 2019, the Kanza complex was completed, a mixed-use building with offices, a conference hall, and a hotel. The building has adhered to the Green Building Standards and has integrated state-of-the-art technologies.
Are you following me? With a fraction of your wealth, a $14 billion investment from the Black community in America into Africa can not only purchase you land, but it can purchase you an entire city. An entire city in which you can build your own banks, your own educational institutions, your own police, your own everything. But why stop there? With the collaboration of the 54 countries on the African continent to relocate your community to Africa, to expropriate land to you for your own use and your own benefit, to help build a Black American society in Africa. The continent of Africa will surround you with open arms and create a pathway for you to not just build your own cities, but eventually one day your own state and your own country. Free from Europeans, surrounded by people who look like you, who walk like you, who walk in the same skin, though we have different cultures. Think about this. Your salvation can be in Africa. Moses took his people out of Egypt to save them from the Pharaoh. How would this be any different today? Are you not under the thumb of today's Pharaoh? Are you not Hebrew Israelites? A mass exodus at this point is absolutely mandatory and should be on your list of things to do. History repeats itself every time. And sometimes we need somebody on the outside to remind us the options that we have. Your destiny is not to perish in America, fighting for dirt. Your destiny is to one day rule the world with the people who look like you. You have an alternative to war. It is your presence in America that makes this country great. Without your presence, this country is nothing but just another European colony. Take your presence where it is wanted, where it can thrive. You have a continent at your disposal that will expropriate land to you. Contact the consulates. Contact the countries you want to make a deal with. Invest in real estate in these countries. Invest in real estate offices. Build offices in which you can take and export physical labor, non-ether beings from America, take them to Africa where they can work in these real estate offices and build properties, buy land, and eventually migrate slowly but surely and integrate with the continent of Africa to build your own state and eventually your own country. It's a scary thing to think about. I know. You're so used to where you are and you're not willing to part with it. I get it. My people went through that. My parents came here in '99 from Africa when a major civil war broke out in Ethiopia. Grandma was too old to hustle and tussle with the young folk, and she had a baby. Me. She already raised her children, but she couldn't see me suffer through that shit, so she brought me here. I know what it's like to relocate somewhere. I know how scary it can be, how taxing it can be, emotionally, physically, spiritually. But integration ain't shit but a matter of time. It's something you can accomplish in a matter of time. It's nothing. I came here not speaking a lick of English. Look at me now. You can't distinguish me from any other African American. Maybe my forehead. But you know what I'm saying? Integration can be scary, but it can be done. And if you are tired of suffering at the hands of people who see you as animals and will never see you as human beings, please consider what I'm telling you. Contact the African governments. Make a deal for them to expropriate land to you. Build real estate offices, build hospitals, invest in schools, create your communities, integrate and migrate to Africa, and build your Wakanda amongst people who look and live like you. A people who can cherish your existence rather than looking at you like you are a stain. Yes, I know we have some Africans online talking a bunch of shit, but we would deal with those people on our own accord. Don't worry about that. There are haters everywhere. There are haters amongst you in your own communities who hate black people. Hate is everywhere, no matter what culture you go to. Even within your own culture, there are people who hate themselves. So don't let that be the reason why you're afraid. You can overcome that. That's nothing. There are 3.4 billion people in Africa today. A small fraction of those people are the people we're talking about. They don't matter. The future you can build for yourself in Africa is 100 times more beneficial than a future you will have in America. Think about this. You can slowly build yourself up into a state, into a nation, into a country. Free from the interference of Europeans. Surrounded by the love of your non-ether beings. The greatest way to defeat colonialism in America is to cease being its slave and grant them the gift of your absence, not the benefit of your blood. Please think about this offer. Africa is calling you. We're waiting for you. You have an alternative. You don't have to die in America. Come live in Africa.
Welcome back. Now, it is time to come home. It is time to come home. Not for vacation, not to tour slave castles, but to move, to build, and to own what was always meant for Black Americans, or what was always meant for you. In today's video, I'm just unpacking the growing call from my African brother to Black Americans, and why most of Africans are saying it is time for mass exodus, and why the case they are making, or the points they are making, is more powerful than ever. Because I loved it. It's more powerful, powerful, powerful. That's what we are talking about today. Across the continent, from Kenya to Ghana, Uganda to Nigeria, more and more Africans I have come across their video raising their voices and saying, our African American brothers, please come home. I know we have few who don't have the same message, but most of them have this Pan-African message. And this is so deeper than Pan-Africanism. It is so deeper. This is a strategy, this is survival, and this is the future of global Black power. Unity. Africa is shifting fast. Black people are shifting fast. Economies are growing. young population are innovative, and the old colonial mindset is being broken down. Just look at Ibrahim Traore, trying to shift the old colonial minds. But as Africans, we know we can't do this alone. And guess who has the global knowledge? Who has the global business skills? Who has the global education and survival instincts and survival modes and survival tactics? You guessed it right. Black Americans. Black Americans have what it takes to take black people forward. Black Americans have survived from the belly of the beast. Black Americans have survived from the teeth of the shark. Just imagine what happens when black Americans or when all black people come home. Oh my, I can never think of that. I even don't have words to explain how I think about all black people coming home. Oh my goodness. I think of that and I'm so happy. I feel joy. I think of the unity of black people. I feel so good. I can see the future. I can see us going round the walls of Jericho singing and it breaks down. Oh, my black family. I don't know if you just close your eyes right now for a minute. Close your eyes and think of all black people uniting and coming home to the motherland. Boom, shift. The power is shifted because think about it. Black Americans have the knowledge. Black Americans have the survival tactics. Black Americans has the business skills. Black Americans know how to maneuver within the white supremacy. Man. Now, let me be honest. Black Americans are exhausted. I know that. Yes, Black Americans are exhausted. Watching your communities be gentrified, watching your history being stolen, getting profiled, massification, arrested, arrest and blamed, climbing ladders that don't lead anywhere. I know you are exhausted. And while you are being told to vote, wait, protest, and be patient, here in Africa, and a lot of my African brothers, we are saying, stop the wait. Just start building. Come home if it takes. I know a lot of black people, black Americans are like, America is home. We have fight for this country. We have built this country. We are not going anywhere. I know that, but you can consider this. I'm not just forcing. I'm not forcing you. I'm just trying to consider like it can be something. It can be a better choice maybe. Maybe if we try. You already know how to build. You already know how to build, man. You already know how to hustle. Now, you know all of this. Now, do it where your skin is valuable. Do it where your skin isn't a liability. Do it where your skin, it is an advantage. Just imagine that. Imagine owning a land, running a business with no student debts, living in communities where black success is the normality, not the exception. That's not running away. It is just leveling up. So don't think of it as running away. You ain't running away. Just raising your egos and leveling up. I'm not just talking. I know it's not just about talking, but it is happening because I've seen a lot of black people coming to Africa. Let me just give you some few life experience. One, in Ghana, a group of African Americans started what we call mass exit. They started Freedom Village. They own the land, educate their kids, live free. Some of them have opened businesses and schools. Think about that. Number two, it is in Nigeria. Black tech professionals from the USA are moving to Lagos and Abuja. And what they have done, they have started companies, launching apps and building ecosystems. It is happening. Number three, it is Tanzania, where I've seen black families. I've come across stories of black families from the US are buying acres of land, debt-free, bank-free, stress-free, and they are early movers, the builders. And guess what? Guess what? My African brothers are saying this. We don't want you just to come as tourists. We want you to come as leaders. Man, Black Americans come as leaders. Wow. I'm happy with this episode that I'm doing today because I'm in the spirit and I feel it. I feel it with all my heart. I feel the move. I feel the shift. I feel black people holding power. Oh my God damn it. Black Americans being leaders, it will be the end of some things. When they tried to erase Ibrahim Traore, black Americans rose up. Because Africans only, we can't do that. They know we are trying, they silence us. But when black Americans and Caribbeans get out on the street, they were like, whoa, 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 hold up, hold up, hold up. This is tough. This is tough. Let's don't hesitate. A lot of black folks say that, but Africa is corrupt. Will they accept us? What if we fail? There is this and this. Let me address that. Yes, Africa has corruption, but America has polished, legalized oppression. Some African might be skeptical of you at first, but many see you as royalty returning home. When you talk about failure, you are already surviving the system designed against you. You are surviving. In Africa, yes, you may face economic struggles. In America, you face psychological welfare daily. We are not saying that when you come here, life will be easy. What we are saying is that it can be finally be yours forever. You own it. You own it. And here is the part that they don't want you to say it loud. Western system, they don't want you to live. They don't want you to live. The absence of black Americans is a threat to the white America. One, because if black Americans take their brilliance, money, and culture back to Africa, their billions is lost, their power is shifted, and that control is broken. You have to know that you as a black American, you are the one who are feeding the white system. They will never want you to live, and that's why they are feeding you with a lot of stories. This is not just about leaving America. It's about starting a new home with your own terms, owning your future, reclaiming your dignity, creating legacy for your children. Just imagine that. Imagine black doctors building hospitals in Zambia. Imagine black educators creating schools in Ghana, like I've seen. I have friends there creating schools in Ghana. Imagine black engineers designing something in Kenya. Imagine black families thriving in black communities, black majority power structures. This is bigger than Wakanda. It is bigger than Wakanda. This is what we call real world revolution. The Pan-Africanism with an economic engine. It is reparation in the form of relocation and regeneration. You have to know that. Think of these, my black families. And to my African brothers and sisters, thank you for opening up. Thank you for those who are accepting. Thank you for those who want to see this change. Because for opening door to my black American brother, to my African American family, it is so good. So it is time to think differently. And this is about everyone. It's about all black people. Let's think differently. Let's embrace each other and let's stop the fight. Because we believe with time, we are shifting everything. Tell me what you think on the comment section about this video. Until next episode, peace out.